Welcome to Homebrew Magic, a video series about EDH where we do our best to build unique, fun, or just plain silly deck lists to play against each other, followed by a breakdown of how they did so we can all learn and get better at this game that we love.
Chris starts us off.
Chris, what'd you build? What'd you bring?
I brought back my Wauki the Younger deck with Obosh as a companion. This has quickly become one of my favorite decks I've ever built. Rakdos with lifelink is just funny to me. With Obosh as a companion, you need to only have things with odd mana costs in your deck. I love those silly deck restrictions, and it makes looking for new cards for this deck very easy. Set comes out, you're looking at artifacts and black and red cards with odd costs. And it's just, love this deck. What did you run? What are you running tonight?
I built Narset, Enlightened Exile. And it is a 3/4 human monk.
It's a fucking potato chip.
It is Pringles shit. That is, so I can flick bad cards off of the deck if I need to. Anyway, static ability. Creatures you control have prowess, so it has prowess along with everything else in the deck. When Narset Enlightened Exile attacks, exile target non-creature, non-land card with a mana value less than Narset's power from our graveyard and copy it. You may cast the copy without paying its mana cost.
What is her printed power?
Oh, she's a 3/4.
Okay. So
Sorry,
less than
she's
3 or 3 or less? I didn't.
She has prowess as well, so it's going to change a lot.
Okay. I didn't know if it had to be less than her power. I know you said, but I didn't.
Mana value less than Narset's
Less
power.
than her power, okay.
Is how the triggered ability works.
Understood.
Okay. Tej, what have you?
What up, mine? Woo! It's a boy Tej.
I'm sorry, I wooed early.
It's okay.
I wooed prior
I didn't
to
woo at
it's-
all.
Yeah, boy.
We knew coming into tonight that poor Nelson was not going to be here. So rather than playing the decks this week I was initially planning on to, I took a step back and looked at all my decks and decided to play 2 decks that I just want to see in action more personally. I figure 3 players, I'm going to get more turns this time so I can really see these decks play, work out any kinks that I think they might have. First on the list is Korvold, Gleeful Glutton. This is my Fatty Flyaway Feeds deck.
Fly away.
Yes. So, one of my newer decks. First game I played with it, didn't do so hot. Second game, it worked a lot better. And then I became a target, and that's okay. That doesn't bother me. But still a very new deck. A play style, what with food tokens and whatnot, I'm not used to. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Just seeing more food stuff, see what happens.
Okay.
And because I am introducing my commander last, that means that I won the roll-off. So I will start
Correct.
this game out with a forest.
As per our new system.
And
I
forest
like this new system.
into Birds of Paradise.
I hate your deck, though.
Pass turn. Why? It's a Birds of Paradise.
Aggressively bops. Dropping hot bops.
I'm going to start.
Bop. Get it? Because food.
Cause food.
Don't want to do that. We're going to start with a mountain. We'll tap it for a red. We will cast a Blister Spit Gremlin. It's a 1/1 gremlin. I can pay a colorless and tap it to deal 1 damage to each opponent. And whenever I cast a non-creature spell, I can untap him. Pastor Schnell.
So,
Hey.
does blister have a meaning other than a boil on your skin filled with pus? Because you said blister spit, and my mind immediately went to a monster chewing on a blister on its hand and then spitting the pus at somebody.
What if you have a blister in your mouth and it pops and you spit that out?
Yeah.
Yep, there you go.
Seam vents tapped. I ain't doing shit turn 1. Go ahead, Tej.
Yeah. I don't know why. I don't
Yeah,
know
that was-
why I did that.
Oddly erotic. For you.
In the sense that I'm erotic in different ways.
Yes.
Woodland, Cemetery, land for turn, into Ignoble Hierarch.
Ramping. Jesus.
Everyone's got turn 1s and 2s.
Pass turn. Exalted. Oh, that's
Okay.
just for you.
What?
Nothing.
That's whenever a creature of yours attacks alone, correct?
Yes.
Not just this guy.
No.
No.
He's the one that gives the creature the +1/+.
Yeah.
+1/+1 or +1/+0.
This is why I like reminder text. I don't care what anyone says. It's not that I don't believe you, I just need to read it for myself because I'm a visual guy. Ignoble.
I'm playing a Malakir Meyer tapped.
Oh,
As my land for the turn.
there it is. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, I could have hit somebody in the face with my bod.
With my bod. Thank God for cards without reminder text.
I will pass the turn.
Our totem could have taken extra damage. Fucking, I ain't gonna do shit this game. Island. It's only turn 2 for me?
That's
I feel
it.
like I'm not doing anything. Go ahead, teach.
Untap. Draw.
Next turn. Next
Fuck
turn
you.
I'll start
Oh, yeah, I
casting
remember.
things.
Land for turn, Reflecting Pool. Let's go green, black, something, why not? Savvy Hunter. 3/3 human warrior. Whenever it attacks or blocks, I create a food token. And I can sacrifice 2 foods to draw a card.
That seems good.
I will pass the turn.
Okay. Get him, Chris. You got shit to do.
I do.
I assume you got...
Ooh, that might help a little bit. Stensia Bloodhall. It's my land for the turn. Oh, what do... Reading.
Quit clanging so much.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry I'm making too much
You
noise.
can't hear with your headphones on. You're banging away.
Bang
Clang,
away
clang,
on my
clang with
soup.
the trolley.
Sorry, audience.
Ting, ting, ting with the soup.
Ruining the audio.
There was an interview that I was editing for a few weeks back that, like, during the interview, I've gotten these guys to be quiet, but then I just hear you munching on cereal in the background. I'm like, God damn it.
Sorry.
I'm going to cast Dark Ritual.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Rampant. Get him.
Probably.
3, 4, 5. I'll just cast my commander. 3/3 Reach Lifelink.
Tricky Tybalt says no.
Wow.
I was going to counter the first commander, not mine cast.
Okay.
Choose 1, 2, or 3 at random. I choose 2. Its controller mills that many cards, so you mill 2.
Drakuseth. Crash Taunter.
Nice. Now, exile cards off the top of your library until you exile a non-land card with a different name than the spell I countered.
Okay. Exile Florian. Not as cool as the first two.
They may cast that card without paying its mana cost. Then they put the exiled cards on the bottom of their library in a random order. No, those were milled.
Oh, yeah.
You mill, then you begin the exile.
Alright, I will cast it.
Doobly-doos.
Alright, now I'm sad. Pass turn.
Yeah. On tap up, keep draw. Battlefield Forge into a Umara Mystic. 1/3 flying. Whenever I cast an instant, sorcery, or wizard spell, Umara Mystic gets +2/+0 until the end of the turn.
Was Battlefield Earth that John Travolta movie?
Yes.
Okay.
The John Travolta movie.
Face off.
Go ahead.
Untap.
That was Nicolas Cage playing both parts, and you know it.
That was also John Travolta playing both parts. That is peak cinema right there. Draw. Reading the card, because I'm new to most of these.
Words?
Yes. Oh, fun! Ah! Land for turn is a forest. I am going to move to combat. How big's your monster, Mr. Schnell?
1/3 flyer.
I am going to attack Schnell.
Well, we're a team.
Chris, yes, I know, but I have to declare
Yeah,
somebody
I
as an attacker. I'm going to... I already moved to combat. I didn't think this through. Regardless.
You got excited and read cards.
Yep, I'm going to attack with Savvy Hunter alone, so it gets the Exalted bonus. Savvy Hunter is a 4/4. When it attacks, I get a food token.
I can do nothing about it. I mean, my creature would just die.
Yeah. I also would just die. So, I opt to take it.
Alright.
36.
second main.
I'll get him next round.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to cast Eleanor Gardner from Lord of the Rings. When Eleanor enters the battlefield, I get a food token. I have 2 foods. At the beginning of my end step, if I sacrificed a food this turn, I can search my library for a basic land card and put it on the full tapped. And Savvy Hunter has an activated ability where I sacrifice 2 foods to draw a card. Nice. So I will do that. I'm going to sacrifice the 2 foods I have to draw a card. Move to my end step. Eleanor trigger. I'm going to search for a basic land.
And it goes into your hand?
Battlefield
on the battlefield tapped.
Go, Chris.
What triggers that?
At the beginning of my end step, if I sacrificed a food this turn.
Okay, if you sacrifice food this turn. Alright.
Now reflecting pool taps for all of my colors.
Draw for the turn.
Oh.
Oh.
Hope you're full. Chris is about to kill off all your food producers.
I have 1 food producer. Eleanor did her job.
I will deal 1 to each opponent.
My god, that's us. Yeah, just take it down to...
Yep.
Then I will
I was
go
gonna
to combat
click
and then
yours.
leave combat.
I trust you.
Oh, okay.
At the beginning of my post-combat main phase, look at the top X cards of your library, where X is the total number or total amount of life your opponents lost this turn. That is 2. Exile 1 of those cards and put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. You may play the exiled card this turn.
Nice.
Bedevil and a land. I need land. Play the land.
Wait, that triggers at grand step?
Beginning of my post-combat main phase.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I miss...
Exile 1. Bottom of the library in a random order.
Rando Ando.
And then I will... Do I want to do that? Sure. Why not? Pay 3. I will cast Sword of Forge and Frontier.
Ooh, which one's that?
That is a pro red and pro green one.
I don't care about that.
When a quick creature deals combat damage to a player, exile the top 2 of your library. You may play those cards this turn, and I may play an additional land this turn.
That's not going to end well for our totem.
Pastor Schnell.
Okay. Untap. Upkeep. Drawer.
Oh, and that one taps.
That's the
that
pro red,
untaps.
pro green one.
What?
Just it was just.
I thought that was the part that you were asking.
No. I get that. I wasn't clear, but it's funny in my own head. It's funny to me. Which one is that? Pro red, pro green. Oh, good.
Land for the turn. Mountain. Blue, red, other.
Makes me happy seeing you play those basics.
I hate them, so I wanted to use them up.
I also
That's
don't like them,
Kinda,
but
like,
I like seeing them.
yeah. There's a lot of the full arts that I just don't enjoy.
I totally get it. You don't like these ones.
And oh god, I hate those. They're so bad.
Those ones-
my
those
next
ones
deck
don't-
might be all those.
Bother me.
But I really like these ones.
They fit the Eldraine deck.
I love these Kamigawa ones.
Kamigawa ones are super cool.
So 2/2 flying haste. Whenever I cast an instant or sorcery spell, wizards I control get +1/+1 till the end of the turn. So I'm going to.
I didn't mean to accurately say it was a wizard deck.
You'll get there. I think when I play my fucking Walking Throne thing, I name humans because human has the most overlap in this deck. I'm going to go to combat. Before declaring attackers, I'm going to Lightning Bolt Tiege's 3/3.
Nice.
He's walking the
want
walk.
to,
He does run bolt.
Do you want to wait like one more turn?
No. I'm sorry. Whenever I cast an instant or sorcery spell, wizards I control get +1/+1 until the end of the turn. Whenever I cast an instant or sorcery spell, or wizard, Umara gets +2/+0. So she becomes a 4/4. This thing is a 3/3 flying haste. Do you have any untapped flyers? Okay.
I do not.
I'm sending 7 at your totem.
I got nothing, Chris.
No, nothing.
7 what?
Damage.
Toughness?
Sorry. Total power. So
Nope.
this one is a 3/3. This
Thank
one
you.
is a 4/4.
All right. I do have a response.
Okay.
I can abrade the 3/3. 3 damage target creature.
Prowess trigger gets bigger.
No.
We take 4.
Take 4.
I did something.
Was that before or after I said I didn't have a response? I just want to double check.
Go ahead, Deej.
Untap. To be fair, I think I was just asking you if you could do something while maintaining priority.
Yeah, let's go with that.
I don't...
I will admit, I have opted to not cast responses that I was going to because you've jumped in going, I got something!
Yep, so have I. So have I.
I think we all have.
It's shady and I feel bad about it, but at the same time, fucking slow your roll.
Full disclosure, I asked the question while looking at what I had in my hand. Without the goal wasn't to bait out a response from Chris. It was just casual conversation in this casual game.
Bullshitty table talk, I get it.
It's Totem, he's my partner.
Hey, partner.
No kibitzing.
Land for turn is a game trail, which unfortunately will enter text.
Aw.
Commander costs 8.
My commander
Minus
costs
8.
1 less to cast for each card type among permanents I've sacrificed this turn.
Okay. That's why it's such an ungodly big number. All right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because you can go treasure, eat some food.
Which, again, this deck is basically food-based, not minimize Korvold cost as much as possible based.
Gotcha.
Proud
of you for that. I guess.
Goddamn.
Getting all choked up
I'm
there?
proud of me, too. I initially wasn't going to build this deck until someone said Fatty Flyaway. No. It was someone said Fatty Flyaway, and then that gave me the food idea.
Nice.
Probably you, Mr. Chanel.
It might have been.
Sorry. Again, reading cards, because I'm not used to them yet. And I need to decide...
Reading the card explains the card, but not if you're dumb.
Got it, okay.
Because I don't know what half my deck does.
Black, green, then these two as well. For green, I'm going to cast Guillaume, Master Chef. 5/3 Troll Warlock with Trample.
It's Tina from Final Fantasy IX.
The beginning of my end step, I create a number of food tokens equal to the number of non-token creatures I had enter the battlefield this turn. Also, I can pay 1 and sacrifice a food. Target creature gains indestructible until end of turn. Tap it. So Guillaume will come out. I will move to my end step, which will trigger both Eleanor and Guillaume. I will put Eleanor's ability on the stack first, Guillaume's second, which means Guillaume's will resolve first. So I will create 1 food token because I had 1 non-token creature enter the battlefield. Then, in response to Eleanor's trigger, I will pay 1 and sacrifice the food to give Birds of Paradise indestructible until
your food art choice?
It's Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Red food.
Fair enough. What reduces your food costs, or your food sacrifice costs?
Nothing reduces it. His ability is pay 1 and sacrifice food.
Ah, gotcha.
Then Eleanor's trigger will resolve. I did sacrifice the food this turn.
So you get to fetch a land?
Wait.
At the beginning of your end step.
If I sacrificed a food token. I'm going to look into that real quick, because there's a weird intervening if clause, which means by the beginning of my end step, if I hadn't sacrificed a food, I might not get that.
What I think as well.
So, I'm going to look into that right now while Chris is taking his turn. I may or may not get a basic land.
That's reasonable. And keeps things moving.
All right. I will draw for the turn.
Wait, we don't need filler. Chris can take his turn.
Yep. I will
Be the filler.
move to combat.
Okay.
Well, we have a ruling.
We do.
Is it no?
It is, yeah. It's yes.
Really?
Eleanor's ability will trigger only once during your end step, no matter how many foods you sacrifice this turn.
Okay.
However, if you haven't sacrificed any foods this turn, as your end step begins,
I'm like, that doesn't... The ability triggers...
only once, no matter how many foods you sacrifice. However,
because
if you haven't
the ability
sacrificed any
triggers to
foods,
check.
As your end step begins, the ability won't trigger at all. That is a piss poor phrasing of that. So no, the answer is no.
Okay.
The answer is no.
Okay. To celebrate, I'm going to attack Schnell for 3 first strike.
Teach, can we block?
3 first strike. I have a 2-4.
Yeah, 3-2-4 in front.
3-2-4 in front.
Don't think I want to, but I will.
Alright, he does.
I'll block it.
For 4 damage.
Yeah.
I'll shock it.
You're an ass. Okay.
Thanks, Toe Team.
I don't like the wording on this ruling, but this is what
And
I
in
was-
response to my shock, I'll delete each one.
Ah.
It is not possible. Okay. I'm going to send Wizards a strongly worded email about the phrasing of that wording. But that's actually what I thought was going to happen.
That's kind of how I interpreted it because it's still at the beginning of your turn, it checks anything prior. So you're doing it after the beginning of your turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just those intervening if clauses.
No.
I still can't do that.
They needed to clarify saying the ability still goes on the stack regardless of if you actually did anything, and then it checks.
Well, equip post-combat.
It's poorly worded because it says it will trigger no matter how many foods you've sacrificed, but if you didn't sacrifice any foods, it won't trigger at all.
Okay. Land for the turn, Arid Mesa.
Who is opposed to me taking my food back? Because I sacrificed it with the expectation of getting that. If it's no, it's fine. I did
allow it.
Chris?
I have no...
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. I have 1 food.
Okay. I'm using
I got an
my
asterisk in my pocket when I lose.
Battlefield Forge for a white.
Which, to be fair, had I thought of that before, I could have saved Eleanor. But I'll take food. Just cuz.
Fair. Multiple asterisks.
Yep.
Casting Narset, Enlightened Exile. 3/4. Creatures I control have prowess. When Narset attacks, exile target non-creature, non-land card with a mana value less than Narset's power from a graveyard and copy it. You may cast the copy without paying its mana cost.
Gross.
Correct. Then I'm going to pop Arid Mesa, grab a land, probably a Triome, and pass to Teach.
Untap.
By a Triome, I mean the only Triome in this deck, because Mama didn't raise no cheater. She raised a good, healthy Magic player.
Tap Ignoble Hierarch for a Soul Ring.
Yeah.
This is probably my highest constant. It was the top fucking card of my deck. Fuck me. I didn't have to do shit. No, this deck is probably my most alternate versions, fancy, like just weird fucking styles
Yep.
deck. Again, looking through it, I'm like, half these cards don't look like Magic cards. And that could be all the basic lands.
I'm going to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to cast my commander.
Where's it gonna put me?
Korvold,
There you go, Mick.
Lethal Glutton. 4/4, Flying Trample Haste. When Korvold deals combat damage to a player, I put X +1/+1 counters on Korvold and draw X cards, where X is the number of permanent card types among cards in my graveyard. It's 1.
That could get bad.
I've got a flyer right now that can block 3 of it.
3 what?
Damage?
3 toughness.
Yes.
3. What's your power and toughness?
It's a 1/3.
Oh, okay, thank you.
You can block 3 of it. How? With the number 3. What? It's
Nope.
more than 2. Why? Because 4 was too much for this creature.
That was on me.
Where?
I
On the
didn't-
creature.
I wasn't listening to you. That was on me. I admit.
Who? Umar Mystic.
I'm going to move to combat.
Ah.
I'm going to attack with Korvold alone, triggering Exalted, so 5 flying trample.
Okay.
Does Exalted also pump up the toughness?
Yes.
I believe it's plus
It's
a
a
plus
1/1.
one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Battlecry. That's +1 +0.
Yes.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah. What does it get? So.
It's 5/5.
Yeah. What happens when
When it deals
damage?
combat damage, I'm going to put 1 counter, 1 +1/+1 on Korvold and draw 1 card.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Regardless of how much damage?
Correct. It just has to deal combat damage.
Ah. Well,
X is the number of permanent card types in my graveyard. All I have is creatures.
mine and the Abrid.
All I have is creatures. Permanent cards.
Oh, permanents. Okay,
Yes.
sorry. Is it worth me losing something to hit him back real quick with?
I would say no.
I don't think it is. So I'm opting to not take, or not block the damage.
It's just 5. I would like to draw a card.
Okay.
5 commanders.
It's, yeah.
Oh.
Because he's going to get the effect regardless.
Yep.
Just,
I mean, I was just touching the screen. Just touching the screen. What was wrong with where I was touching the screen?
Alright. Korvold trigger.
big
1
dumb
plus
dead
1 plus 1
fingers.
counter. I will draw a card. Second main. Nothing. Move to end step. I get 1 food token because I had 1 non-token creature enter the battlefield. Okay. I'm up to 2 foods. Go, Chris.
You have a bop up with which to activate Eom and make something indestructible?
That is correct.
Got it. Come on, land! You are not a land.
split second, ping the bop.
That'll do it.
Could do it. Sudden shock.
Or-
Except that costs 2 mana. Can't legally be in my deck.
Ooh, shit.
Oh, because of your companion.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is it? What is it?
It's a companion.
It is a companion.
Yep.
I've been watching a shit ton
your
of Doctor
starting
Who,
deck contains only cards with odd converted mana costs.
and I thought I got the word wrong. To be honest.
Damn it, I'm thinking of Doctor Who.
I will move to combat.
I meant fuck buddy. Who's your fuck buddy over there?
Teach, I will attack you
What?
for 5. Protection
see.
from red, protection from green.
I can't.
Shit. All I
can't
have is
block it.
green. I can't
All
block
he
it.
has is
All
red.
my creatures have red.
All right.
5 damage.
1, 2, 3.
I don't know if I like this matchup.
Damage trigger.
Did you say damn it trigger?
Yep. Exile the top 2 cards of
took
your
5
library.
Where? To the face. Wow. Oh!
How so?
You may play those cards this turn. You may play an additional land this turn.
That's a good sword.
Yep.
Thanks, we're going.
Is it this turn? Okay.
You just read that
I just
word.
wanted to double check that it was until end of turn.
Yeah, no.
Okay,
So
I
the-
will move
this
to my
turn.
post-combat main phase. I will look at the top 5 cards in my library, where 5 is the total amount of life my opponent's lost this turn. Exile 1 of them. Jesus, there is no land in this deck.
That's how they get you. Chaos warp one of your own things away and try to get a land. That's a pro play. Not a good pro, but like if I was pro.
It's a pro gamer move.
Yeah. Big brain move. Big swollen, about to die gamer move. I'm watching a lot of House. Got a hematoma.
I love houses.
I think a few years ago when I watched it, I'm like, this show's dumb because every episode's the same with the stupid medical mysteries. And then I realized it's not even about the fucking medical mysteries. It's about House just getting away with shit, being a, like, druggy
Yeah,
asshole.
I need 2
Like, I get it.
fucking red. And I don't have it.
It's not about the medicine.
I wish I had knee pain.
He didn't have a muscle in his leg. It wasn't knee pain. I have knee pain. I can't get away with garbage.
I haven't been watching that closely. I know he has a cane,
No, he has 2
and
legs.
for whatever reason, he's allowed to just break into anyone's house whenever he wants for no reason. Every episode, they commit like 3 felonies.
Yep. Breaking and entering.
Burnished Heart,
Nothing else going on.
you're real sad over there.
Yep. Rest on the random order.
I can do whatever I want. I need this little puppy thing to get a fucking land.
Yeah, that's where we're at. Yeah.
I know it's supposed to be a deer. I know
guess I'll cast-
I know what a heart is technically.
Well, can't even cast that and the Worn Power Stone.
Chaos warp away. Want to teach us things.
Make your choice.
Cast the
Food.
Burnish Heart.
You know how much I like food. Make me feel like an asshole.
Okay. Real cool.
He's so sad.
Fast turn.
Wait, what did you do?
I cast the Burnish Heart.
Everything else went away.
Got it. Okay.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw. God, more land that I don't need. Mountain. Teach any untapped flyers.
1 untapped flyer.
A
0/1.
Okay.
Can't do shit.
Yeah. So I can cast the Abrade from his graveyard and pop something.
You could. I assume. I don't know. What
Yeah.
are you doing?
Okay. So before combat, since we're not there yet, we're going to Kakar! Wind's Fury. Whenever I cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying.
I like that guy.
I can sacrifice a spirit to add 1 red to any mana pool I own.
Ridiculous.
Sign mana pool rights over to Chanel.
Yeah.
Can I have a red, please?
No.
Oh.
Okay. I'm gonna read this guy again because you're gonna do the thing.
It's true.
Tap.
Target something, I can save it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, but I want to, so I'm going to.
Fair enough.
I am going to go to combat. I'm attacking your totem with Narset and Umara Mystic. So, when it attacks, I get to take something right now 2 or less out of the graveyard and cast it. Since I don't want to eat up my own things, I'm going to shock your bop with Chris's shock.
Exiles it.
That'll exile it.
But he casts it, so it's going to go back to your graveyard.
Yeah, it's
Unless-
exile target non-creature, non-land card with a mana value less than
Make
its
a copy
power.
of it.
I may cast the copy without paying its mana cost.
Casting copy.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you were casting it from the graveyard.
Yep.
My apologies.
So,
Okay.
shocking the bop.
Yep.
Prowess. Well, this isn't attacking. So this will get also its own trigger. So this will become a 4/4 flyer. Narset is a 4/5. And I get a spirit with which I can sack for mana.
Yep. And that was an attack trigger?
That is the attack trigger.
Okay. I will tap birds for mana, sacrifice food to give birds indestructible.
Okay.
And then we take 8.
And then...
Well,
yeah,
if no blocks are declared.
I will not be blocking.
Okay. Yep. It is, 4 commander and 4 non-mander.
I care for none of this. What color is the spirit?
It is a
White.
white spirit
Okay.
creature token.
Relevant.
Okay. Second main.
Okay, so we're taking that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Second main, I'm going
Wait.
to eat the token for a red Wing Commando. It is a 2/2 flying prowess. So it has prowess.
Is that from Urza's Saga?
That is from Brothers War.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. Duh.
That's what the...
That's totally what I meant. I don't know why I said Urza's Saga.
I don't think prowess was an ability back in Urza's Saga, but it seems like it would be because it's really good. Go ahead, teach.
Untap. Upkeep. Nothing. Draw. Whoa. Thanks, buddy.
Gotcha, fam.
Land for turn. Grixis Panorama.
I just realized I peeled 7 cards off the top of my deck that there was not a land in. That's probably good. Hopefully 8 card 8 is.
Yeah. Cards 8 through 14.
Yeah.
Nothing but lands.
That would be great. I would not even complain.
I'm complaining because I've drawn a lot of lands. Thankfully, Narset lets me just dig through other people's graveyards for shit to cast, but
You have... Okay.
I've got 2 flyers.
Thinka dinka. Dinka doo. I am going to... 1, 2, 3, 4 green plus Soul Ring and cast Feasting Troll King. 7/6 Vigilance Trample. When Feasting Troll King enters the battlefield, if I cast it from my hand, which I did, I create 3 food tokens. I'm up to 4 foods. I can sacrifice 3 foods to return Feasting Troll King from my graveyard to the battlefield. Activate this ability only during my turn.
And only once per turn.
Nope. That, quite honestly, because I don't want to attack.
You want your flyers up for some reason?
Yeah. I'm going to end my turn. At the beginning of my end step, create a number of food tokens equal to the number of non-token creatures I had enter the battlefield under my control this turn, which is 1. I'm up to 5 foods.
Cool.
Then, during Chris's turn, I will activate my Grixis Panorama to look for a basic land.
Yeah.
Alright. So that flyer is blue,
All my flyers.
but no red in this one.
Yep.
Okay.
Aren't you pro blue?
No, red and green.
Ah. Well, shit. Yeah. Then Wing Commando could in fact jump along.
Oh, there it is. Number 8.
He did it.
I can cast a thing.
So proud of you.
I will go to combat. I think. Let me double check that. Yep,
Swamp.
going to combat. Attack for 5/5 first strike.
Okay.
I'll attack
Pro red,
now.
pro green. I can't block.
Table talk, Tej. Do you
Yeah.
have any responses?
Stand by.
Stand back, stand by.
No responses.
Okay. I'm tapped out, and even if I had the 1 card in my hand that I could just pitch for free mana, then I'm out of spells to cast with that free mana. Should we opt to take it or stop it and fuck up?
Well, I can't block.
I could block. That's what I'm saying. But then I'm out.
I selfishly would say block it.
Okay. Yeah, we'll take the damage.
Okay. How much? 5?
Alright. Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Exile the top 2. I may play those this turn.
Thank you.
Hey, no lands. No, I'm kidding. There's one.
Second land for the turn. Gyre Reach Sanitarium.
Second to land for a turn?
Yeah, I may play an additional land this turn.
Got
on
it.
the sword.
God, that's a good sword.
And
They're all good swords.
What's
Some
the
are
top?
just
Some are
not
5.
as great
Correct.
as the others.
Correct.
ooh,
So when I say... And they're all 10 are out, right? We have all 10 of them?
I think so.
yes.
I hope so. I'm tired of opening boosters.
Next, we're going to get protection from white and colorless. Protection from blue and colorless.
Cards in hand, Teach.
2.
Protection from artifacts and lands.
Protection from red, white, and blue.
Sword of Not America.
It's a country we hate. All of them?
Even ourselves?
It's not a sword, it's a gun. What was I watching? Oh yeah, Doctor Who. There's an episode where someone's like, if you are not an American, put your gun down.
I'm going to lose it, I think.
Jessica's will. Is that in your hand? Is that exiled? What's happening?
Yep, that's exiled.
I have 1 card in hand.
I have 2 cards in here. You probably shouldn't play Jessica's will. It's gonna get you garbage.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you play it and it goes to your graveyard, then I can probably play it.
Yeah.
And I'd like to play it.
I'm not going to play it. I'm going to pay 3 mana for a glittering stockpile. And end my turn. He's a bit exiled.
Oh. Okay. Untap. Keep the raw. Motherfucker. Yeah, look at these god awful islands. Just stupid. Because the mountains could also be islands. What with the floating in the blue. The island is a boat surrounded by clouds. I don't know. This set's dumb.
There's a lot of creative interpretation as to what makes an island or a mountain.
Yeah, but on like the Midnight Hunt lands, they're all swamps.
Yeah, everything's a fucking swamp. Those I hate too, which is why I also have a deck that uses exclusively those. You got a big old flyer.
I have a 5/5 flyer.
5/5.
That is correct. 3 lands untapped, 5 foods, and I can pay 1 mana to make something indestructible.
But it taps the thing that you make indestructible, right?
That is correct.
Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna wait a turn. Go ahead, Teach.
Whoa, my cork. Untapped.
Put a cork in it.
I'll keep nothing.
My guy.
The fuck are you? Once again, audience, reading cards.
Read the fucking card, you gotta read the fucking card. Okay.
Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Do it now? No. Alright, you, Mr. Schnell, have 3 flyers.
3 flyers, 1 card in hand.
Total
and 7 mana.
power amongst your flyers.
Printed.
Rephrase that. Total power and tough. Just tell me what their things say.
Okay. 3/3.
Yep.
2/2.
Yep.
1/3.
Gross. I am not in a position to attack, even with Exalted. If I attack Chris, will you let him take it because you hate him?
I mean, he's kind of on my team in this
You
instance.
said the quiet part
Damn.
out loud. You're not supposed to know that. Not yet, anyway.
Alright, unfortunately, I can't even draw cards. Foods. Who would play foods? Foods aren't clues.
I might build an investigate deck because I really hate clues and the investigate mechanic. I don't like any of it.
I had a tentative list put together with Lannis Cryptozoologist clue deck.
I'm also
for
not
Modern
doing anything
Horizons?
this turn. Go, Chris.
I believe so. At the end of your turn, I'm going to sacrifice the Burnished Heart.
Okay.
I'm going to tap this for a red, it gets a counter on it.
Look at the top card of the library first just to see if you would have just drawn a land.
Probably. Yep, Command Tower.
Thank you. Needed that.
I don't dislike clues in and of themselves.
It's one of the mechanics that I look at and I go, meh.
You know what the main reason...
Also meh. But what happens is they did treasures, then they did clues. They're like, treasures were too cheap. We need to do something beneficial but put a cost on it, so we make clues cost something.
Yeah.
And then clues became too powerful, I guess, so they made food, which is just gain life. So foods are definitely the worst. But with all the artifact things they've been printing in response to how powerful treasures are,
Yeah.
it's made all of these dumb tokens way too powerful.
Yes. Maybe I just need to look at all the... Like, food has a shit ton of support, especially with Strixhaven. There's a lot... Like, that commander deck that he's one of the alternates for, or the face commander of, there's so many good things in that deck.
Yes.
That go with the food tokens that, as long as you have them, everything else uses them.
Yep.
I need to see if there's enough support around sacrificing clues to other effects.
It's the food colors, I think, are black and green and white. Red has one card, if I remember correctly, that says food on it, and it's Azamord or Mordecai.
Yeah, which is also a deck that I'm gonna build. I don't know how and what, but I'm gonna build.
I'm taking that card out of this deck.
Yeah.
I just don't know what to replace it with yet. I do not like that card. So
I also don't like it, but it's such a stupid thing that I have
The
to.
flyer is a 2/2.
Yes, printed. I have a 3/3, a 2/2, and a 1/3.
every food thing in this deck is black or green, and red is basically just there for support. But Frodo and Sam, whatever that deck that is, that's a very strong food deck.
Yes.
I will. Now my commander costs 7. Don't know why that would be.
Your commander costs 7? Oh, that must be so rough for you.
Yep.
You can't reduce it by eating.
Well, I also can't reduce my eating.
Yeah, you can.
Not right now.
No, not this moment. But eventually. I can eat my feelings.
I will...
You can eat my ass.
Do you have a minute to eat my farts?
What?
Do you not watch religiously fucking The Good Place?
No.
One of the so Eleanor Shellstrop, the main character. It's
Kristen
a flash.
Bell?
Yes, Kristen Bell.
Okay.
She's so pretty. There's a flashback to her on Earth where it's like showing how much of a piece of shit she was to people.
Okay.
And she's like walking by this guy and he goes, "Excuse me, ma'am, do you have a minute to talk about the environment?" And she just immediately responds with, "Do you have a minute to eat my farts?" Then she throws her cup and misses the garbage can. He goes, "You missed." And she's like, "Well, pick it up then if you're so horny for the environment."
I love it.
That's a show that it's on my list of like when I have nothing to watch, I gotta start watching quote unquote old shows.
Yeah.
That's one of them. That also reminds me of one of my favorite Tosh.0 things. I don't remember the lead up, but Tosh says, "I'm going to tongue punch your mom in the fart hole."
Tongue punch your fart box?
I will...
Something like that.
Yeah.
Why not?
It's a good place.
Yes.
Why not? We'll cast my commander.
Hey.
On what? Fucking Hulu?
I don't know. We got like 4 streaming services. I just tell Google what I want to watch and wait for it to either go or not go.
Then I will...
Like I want to
move
watch
combat.
Ted Lasso, but it said it had to get Apple TV, so I said fuck it.
Swing for 5 again.
I ain't watching that shit.
I cannot block.
What is it?
5.
If it hits us, then you get your triggers.
Yes.
I'm gonna throw Wing Commando in front of it. Does it have trample?
It does.
No, just
Okay,
first strike.
then yeah. Wing Commando. 2/2 in front.
Thank you, friend.
Remember this.
I will.
Oh, okay.
Remember this next time I try to kill your bop and your chef.
Speaking of Master Chef,
Yeah.
target creature gains indestructible, not target creature I control.
Ah.
So we will remember this for the future.
Well, and you could just tap shit down. By
I
overfeeding
will pass the turn.
You're fucking right.
it. Yeah.
I didn't think about that part.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Jesus.
Sorry.
You have so much food.
If this game has taught me anything, it's that drinking wine directly out of the bottle makes it go a lot quicker than drinking out of a glass.
Land for the turn will be an island. And again, you've got so many foods to eat.
I have 5 foods. It's
Okay.
not even that many foods.
I know. Okay. Fuck it. I gotta start eating away at your foods. I'm going to go to combat. I am sending everything at your totem.
Our totem?
Well, yes. I am
Chris-
attacking Chris's
Chris and
head.
mine?
Chris's head of your totem.
Alright.
Attack triggers.
Yes.
Before anything else. Chris, let me see your graveyard. Do you have any instants or sorceries?
I think just Dark Ritual at this point.
Do I want a
Yes.
Dark Ritual for funsies? No. We're going to take a Braid.
Yep.
We're going to exile it. We're going to cast a copy, choosing one. I'm going to deal 3 damage to the Master Chef.
Fair enough.
Prowess trigger.
Yep.
So, gets bigger. Gets bigger. I cast an instant or sorcery or wizard. So this will become a base 3/3, and then prowess trigger, it's a 4/4, and I have a 1/1 white spirit creature token.
Not attack.
Not attacking. It generates after attackers are declared.
Alright. After attacks. Right? All this happened during your
This
attack
is
step.
attack step. Yes.
Got it. I have no response during attacks. Chris? Responses during attacks.
During the declare attackers step?
Correct.
No.
Alright. Move to blocks.
Well, at that point, this is dead. Because of the 3 damage.
Oh, fuck, you're right. Alright. No, that's fair. I had one big take back, so
Okay.
that's fine.
Okay.
I will allow that.
One card in hand?
Okay.
One card in hand.
Didn't think that through. But that's my own fault. Idiot. Okay, move to blocks. You have a reach, I see.
I do, but
You
that's
do-
what, a 4/4?
Currently a 4/4 flyer, 4/4 flyer, 4/5 ground pound.
Yeah, got it. Okay.
I'm not interested in
Hold on.
spending 9 mana to cast it.
Hold your horses. I would recommend that you block.
Do you have a way to give me lots of mana on my turn?
I don't have that. I do have something. I do have a plan. I'm gonna block a creature. I recommend you block a creature as well. My Korvold is a 5/5 power and toughness. One more time. I'm sorry.
Currently it is 4/5, 4/4, 4/4.
Currently?
I would recommend you.
Because it's printed. It's higher than the printed
Yeah.
values.
I would recommend you block his commander, and I block Kaikar.
Yeah, I will.
So
I will-
let me because okay, I
He's gonna
recommend
have to respond.
I recommend you block the commander, I block Kaikar. So we'll move to blocks.
Yep.
I will block Kaikar with Korvold. And I just and I'm just spelling this out
Right.
so
Before damage.
you have to declare blockers before
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm blocking
the
with
commander.
Yes.
Okay. Now that blocks have been declared,
Okay.
priority passes to me first.
Yep.
Okay, so before damage, I am going to cast 1, 2, 3. Guff rewrites history. For each player, I choose target non-enchantment, non-land permanent that player controls. Those permanents' owners shuffle them into their libraries. Each player who controlled one of those permanents exiles cards from the top of their library until they exile a non-land card. Put the rest of the cards on the bottom of the library in a random order. Each player may cast the non-land card they exiled without paying its mana cost. I am going to target one of my foods. I am going to target the reach that you block his commander with. I am going to target the unblocked creature.
So that will effectively shuffle them in. You're chaos warping all those targets.
Correct.
Okay. Chris, any response?
Now you have priority. You can respond.
So my commander's going away again. That's what
No
I'm
commander.
getting out of
You can put your commander in your command zone, but you still get something from Guff.
Yeah. Because it'll go in as part of the spell
you
resolution,
shouldn't have
and
brought
then the next time
Yep.
state-based actions are checked, you
All
can
right.
put it in the command zone. Hang on. Well, you're not. Do you have no responses?
this. No.
I
not
have
that.
a response.
All right.
I am going to Lightning Helix your commander, dealing it 3, and I'm going to gain 3.
Fair enough.
Prowess trigger,
Which is
prowess
there because
trigger,
it's blocking.
other trigger thingy, and
Yep.
another spirit.
Okay,
God,
so
I can't do anything
Guff
about that.
resolves. That goes away. One of my foods goes away. Your unblocked flyer goes away.
Okay.
We shuffle
Gets
into
shuffled
our
in,
libraries.
yeah.
Nothing is getting shuffled in my library technically.
Do I still have
but
to shuffle?
You still have to shuffle. Technically.
Yeah.
It's one of those weird things.
For Lightning Helix,
Oh, you gain life. I didn't lose damage. Okay. All right.
That was not something I was prepared for.
This is why
this was blocking the thing that you got rid of?
No,
or-
this was blocking Kaikar.
Okay.
Kaikar.
Yes.
Okay.
This
This is why I spelled it. This is why I spelled it out step by step
Yeah.
because I didn't think you were going to be happy about it.
Nope, I'm not. That's right.
Okay. Cut my fate.
Cut my fates. Someone cut my fates as well.
I should not have blocked. I should not have listened to you.
All right.
And
Exile cards from the top until you exile a non-land card.
So, does it matter order?
No, because the exiles are going to go at the bottom of the random order. You too.
Thermo Alchemist.
Biddle.
Toxic Deluge. Each player may cast the non-land card they exiled without paying its mana cost.
And that's as part of spell resolution?
This is part of Guff Rewrites History
Yeah.
Resolution. As an additional cost to cast a spell, pay X life. All creatures get -X until end of turn. If I pay 5, that would kill you. Where are his pacifiers? Everything gets -5. So at the end of turn,
I would lose
shit would die.
these. Because I've cast 2 spells.
Yep.
So
you're about to cast a third, I assume.
I have no more cards in hand. I've cast 2.
But that's your.
This is what I got off. I got Thermo Alchemist off for Guff's. That's why I was asking about, as far as resolution, if you're casting a board wipe.
Yes.
Has this resolved yet?
No, it's going to resolve starting with you.
Okay.
I just have to decide right now if I want to cast it.
Okay. So yes, my commander will still live because her toughness is 6.
I'm going to say yes. I will cast mine.
Okay.
Chris.
Yep.
Would you like to cast yours?
Sure.
And
I will cast Thermo Alchemist.
Okay, so I'm going to, as an additional cost to cast a spell, pay X life. I am going to 1/1.
You can't take it from the totem I'm in because I don't like that.
3. Until end of turn. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Until end of turn. And toughnesses right now are before you cast your thing.
6.
Shit.
5.
Might as well make it 6 because
Before
I'm
you-
going to be
before
targeting
you cast your
your
thing.
Troll King
Yes.
anyway with my
Okay.
Bedevil.
Yeah.
All right.
Thermo Alchemist isn't going to buff them at all because it is a creature, so it will not trigger the prowess.
That is correct.
Yeah. I know.
Fuck. Okay. So I'm going to cast Toxic Deluge. As an additional cost, I'm going to pay 0 life. Let's all remember that. So that has been cast.
Okay.
You get to cast your thing.
Okay. Troll King.
You're targeting Troll King to destroy.
Yes.
Okay. You get to cast your thing.
Thermo Alchemist.
Your thing resolves.
Yay.
You are casting that to destroy my Troll King.
Yep.
Response to that, I like my Troll King. Oh, you fucking took my chef away. Fuck!
Yeah.
Alright.
You were going to make it indestructible.
Alright, and Toxic Deluge will resolve, and all creatures get -0 until end of turn. Thanks, friend.
I only blocked on your suggestion and
That's
I lost
true.
my commander.
That's
I thought you were going to do something cool to save it.
Okay.
Hey,
so
I tried.
damage resolution then?
Damage resolution.
Kaikar was a 5/5.
Blocked.
This was blocked, so nothing goes through.
That was blocked by him.
Yep.
That was blocked by me.
So we trade.
Um.
I remember it took 3 damage already.
Yep.
How big
Yes.
is it? It's a 5/5?
It's a 5/5.
Okay, so yeah, we trade there.
Okay. Command zone.
Those are
Chef
white
is gone.
spirits over there.
I have 2 white spirits that are 1/1 flyers.
Got it.
I tried to get us something cool. It had potential.
Okay. Teach done.
Alright.
Chris's turn.
Well, that was your turn.
I know,
because
I'm
you
just.
attacked.
Second main, nothing. Chris, go ahead.
Adam, go ahead. Teej,
sorry.
go ahead. Now the internet knows my real name. Edit that part out.
You wanted to do so much, I assumed it was a turn.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Fuck. Land for turn is a swamp. You have flyers on top.
I have
You
2 1/1 white
You
flyers.
have trample. You have nothing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5, 6, 7, 8. I can cast my commander. So I will. Sacrifice his turn, which is 0, so I'm going to pay the full 10 to cast Korvold. Move to combat. I will attack your totem for 5.
Okay.
4 plus Exalted.
Gross.
And it has trample,
It has trample.
so it's going to hit us, and then it's going to get a counter.
It's going to get more than 1, I think 2.
It's permanent types, right?
Yes.
So you've got
Land
you've got
and creature.
2. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. How much commander damage have we taken?
5. You're going to take 5 more.
Okay. Yeah, it's
Unblocked.
not. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
worth.
yeah.
It's not worth. It's not worth sacrificing
No.
creatures.
All right. This time I get 2 counters and draw 2 cards. 1, 2. I play the swamp as my land for turn, so I can't do shit. Yeah, pass turn.
Fucking Korvold, man.
It's a lovely white font.
Dang old Korvold, man. I think you're in trouble because I think it popped up with 3 question marks.
It did.
So you're probably.
Well, in my defense, it popped up when we were trying to do your combat step, and
Yeah,
it apparently
I
took 5 minutes.
I don't.
Alright, draw for the turn. Interesting. Very interesting.
My flyers are white. Leave me alone.
I think I can do all that. 9, 10.
Oof.
Oh, 5.
Casting your commander once.
I think I can do this. This might be. Oh no, I have to do that too. Short. Oh, I can't do it. Oh well.
What you got? What you thinking?
There goes that. I am going to. 3, 4. Nope. Wrong ones. Why are we tapping like a. Before we tap anything, let's go to combat. Actually, I don't even have to. Do I have to do that?
You don't have to do anything.
Yeah, let's move to combat.
Okay.
I will attack Tej for 5 in the air. Or 5 on the ground, but it's first strike.
Which one is it?
It's first strike. I misspoke.
I will not block because I have nothing that can block.
I'll throw a spirit in front of it.
Okay.
Alright.
Like a good friend.
Thanks, friend.
Remember this.
This is why we're totems.
It's a tote team, remember?
That's right. There's no I in toteem.
2,
There's no proper spelling in tote team.
3, 4, 5. I will cast Obosh.
What's that Obosh do?
3, 5. If a source I control with an odd
Damn
converted mana
girl.
cost would deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals double.
Damn.
Out of curiosity, what's the companion?
Yeah, you're putting it in
Who's
your
it?
hand.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Oh, I didn't even think of that part.
I forgot about that.
Fuck.
I'll do that and then cast it.
There you go.
Sorry.
There
Okay.
you go.
You have to pay 3 to put it in your hand?
Yes.
3 to put in your hand.
And then and then 5 to cast it?
5
Yes.
to cast it.
So you paid 8?
Yes.
Okay, I believe
3,
you.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
My question was the companion ability. What is it?
Not
You're
as
starting. You're starting.
Your
deck-
starting deck contains only cards with odd converted mana costs
Got it.
and land cards.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was curious, and maybe the internet would be too, because I don't remember what all those dumb things
Yep.
do.
I thought he said that at the beginning of the game.
He might have.
He did.
Pass
I'm
it.
almost done with
Okay.
this bottle of wine.
Sweet berry wine. Untap. Upkeep. Draw.
I need my gumdrops.
I eat my gumdrops.
Chris, if I swing at you, will you not block? If I take out Tej's commander?
Hold on. I would like to be a part of this discussion.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't want you to take on my commander,
Okay.
and I will not block.
Fair enough. I'm gonna go to combat and let you guys work it out. I am going. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna go to combat. I'm going to throw down Arclight Phoenix. 3/2 Flying Haste. At the beginning of combat on my turn, if I've cast 3 or more instants or sorcery spells, return Arclight Phoenix from my graveyard to the battlefield.
You didn't, you idiot.
I didn't. Not even close. Now,
the point?
going to combat.
Okay.
I am going to not declare as an attacker, but I'm going to tap Thermo Alchemist to deal 1 damage to each opponent.
That's 2 to us.
Yep.
I got it.
And then I'm declaring Narset Enlightened Exile. Oh, damn it.
How about the devil?
Nope.
And a dark ritual.
Go for our ancestry. Get a food.
Nope.
No.
I mean, nope.
I'll kill you.
I need the prowess trigger. I can't get rid of his commander yet because Narset's not big enough.
Hooray!
Yep. So, I'm going to cast Dark Ritual from your graveyard just for the prowess trigger.
Got it.
When I cast it, it'll untap this. So, Narset is a 4/3, Arclight is a... Arclight is a 4/3, Narset is a 4/5.
I have no responses to attacks, and I also have no blocks I would like to declare.
Yeah, I have nothing. I'm taking it in the shorts.
Four commander, 4 in the air.
Slow down. How much we've only taken 4 commander?
Yeah, it's...
Okay. We'll take another 4 commander, and then 4 from the Phoenix.
4 in the air, yeah.
We're down to 18. Okay, yeah. That happened.
Yep.
That happened.
Go ahead, Teach.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any of my card draw things.
Untap.
And you
Yeah,
guys
neither am I.
also don't have card draw spells in your graveyard for me to abuse.
It's really cool.
Narset.
If you go the first 7 turns without being able to play anything, you got full grip. Secret tech.
If you go look back at the beginning of the game, I had 7 cards in hand.
Still do.
But I used to too.
Had you Jessica's Willed, then the next instant or sorcery I cast gets me big enough that I can cast your Jessica's Will.
What the fuck?
I don't know if I have my own in here. I should if I don't.
Alright. Land for turn, command tower.
It's one of those
Are
cards
those still real pricey?
that, yeah, I was just going to say,
What's pricey?
Jessica's Will, maybe? Let's find out.
I think last time
They're
I saw they were like
pricey.
25.
They're pricey-ish, but they're not as pricey as it used to be.
Oh, it just got reprinted in a commander deck. Murders at Karlov. So, OG printing. It has 2 reprints in commander decks. So, the Commander Legends regular is 24, borderless is 38, and then Commander Legends commander deck that it was in was 24. The Murders at Karlov brought it down to 14.
Good.
So, it's still a good card.
It's up there.
It's just not
as it used to be.
as much. Also, I did order a couple of Slimes Against Humanity at around $2.50 a piece.
You have Spirit Fire.
I have a flyer.
That's it. How many cards in it?
No cards. I'm
Sweet.
fooched. Yeah, take advantage of me.
Take advantage.
Ravage me.
I believe the kids call that free use.
That's why I don't talk to kids, because everything they say is just depressing or stupid.
I'm going to move to combat.
Yep.
I am going to attack your totem for 6 plus Exalted, so 7 total. 7/7 flying.
I can't do anything about that.
Bramble Haste.
Yeah. We've taken 10 of your Mander damage already.
It's going to be another 7.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Looking good, Will.
Yeah.
Alright. Korvold trigger, I believe I still only have 2. I have a creature and I have a land. So Korvold is going to get 2 +1/+ encounters. I'm going to draw 2 cards. Oh, what the fuck? Okay.
TJ and I are really kicking our asses.
Second main.
Totem scores are weird.
2 for Arcane Signet.
Spell. Big fancy spell.
1 red.
A magma opus, if you will.
1 green, 1 arc.
That sounds like a spell. What's that one do?
Signet
Strip
4.
saving. Like 8 mana.
Ah.
We can, like,
Goblin
cycle it for a turn or
Engineer.
something.
When Goblin Engineer enters the battlefield, I may search my library for an artifact card, put it into my graveyard, and shuffle my library. Then I can pay 1 red and tap it for an ability to sacrifice. Tap it, sacrifice an artifact, return artifact card with converted mana cost 3 or less from my graveyard to the battlefield. which I cannot do because it does not have haste. So, Goblin Engineer will enter the battlefield. Its ability will trigger. That is all I'm going to do for my turn. So, Chris, if you would like to begin.
Okay. Sounds good.
Whatever, I promise whatever you do is not going to impact what I'm searching up. I just need to look through my deck
Good
and
to
find
know.
something to search up.
I do have a rules question. I feel like I ask
Yeah.
this all the time, this type of question, but I can never remember the answer. If something has a death trigger, does it see everything else die the same time it does?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Interesting.
That is called Last Known Information.
I will draw for the turn.
Why?
3 or less.
Well, I'll show you.
What do you do?
Disapprove.
1, 2, 3.
Worth it.
This does make any color. That's good to know.
Not 3 or less.
2, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Okay. Before, simply because I made a decision,
Yep.
I'm gonna put an Academy Manufacturer under my graveyard.
Manufactor.
Got it.
Okay, go ahead.
Continue.
Which I suppose, now that I'm thinking about it, you should know what I'm putting in my graveyard before you
I
make
should.
decisions. It wasn't going to my hand or something, so.
3.
Alright.
I will cast Sir Conrad.
Oof.
Whenever another creature dies, a creature card is put into a graveyard from anywhere other than the battlefield, or a creature card leaves my graveyard. Sir Conrad the Grim deals 1 damage to each opponent. I will.
Sir Conrad's so good. He was one of my list pulls from my MKM box.
Then I will cast
Sir Conrad.
Blasphemous
Quite a
Act. Baby! I will maintain priority.
Yep. That's
Look at me doing a thing like the pros. And I will cast Tainted Strike, giving Sir Conrad +1/+0 and Infect until end of turn.
nice! Oh!
Obosh doubles the damage that Sir Conrad deals. You guys will take 2 poison for each creature that dies. Because
Again, visual person.
Yeah.
if a source you control with an odd converted cost,
which he
5.
is, it deals double that damage, and that gives it infect.
Yes.
And he's doing damage based on toughness? Power? Is what I meant? Tainted Strike.
+1/+0 and gains Infect. Whenever a creature dies,
He deals
One damage.
1 damage, but it's doubled to 2
Yep.
by Obosh.
So we're not getting poison.
Yes. Infect is different than Toxic.
Infect is this creature deals damage to creatures in the form of -1 and to players in the form of poison.
Yes.
So
1 damage to each opponent. Got it.
the 1 damage
I
to
missed
each
something.
opponent.
Okay.
Yes. So it'll be 2 damage
It'll be 2
per
poison
creature
counters.
that dies to the Blasphemous Act.
Oofda doofda. Okay, so recap. You are blasphemous acting.
Yes,
doing
there's a
13
blasphemous
damage. Doing 13 damage to each.
That's
thing.
still on the stack,
Yep.
and I responded to it by casting the Tainted Strike.
Targeting Sir Conrad.
Yes.
Which means whenever another creature dies, 1 damage to each opponent.
How many creatures
Up
do
to
you have?
2.
1, 2,
Got it.
3, 4. But this is protection from red. Will not be taking damage
Okay.
from the Blasphemous Act. So I have
Okay.
3 that will be dying.
All right. Do you have a response?
My response is to activate Thermo Alchemist and deal 1 damage to each opponent.
So we
That's
take
2
2.
to us. My response is Deadly Rollick, targeting Conrad.
What does that do?
Exile target creature. If I control a commander, I can cast it without paying its mana cost, which I do, and I
Ooh.
did. Which, for clarification, I'm doing after Tainted Strike resolves, before Blasphemous Act resolves.
Had to be an exile effect.
Yep.
You can
stop the destroy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. That's ridiculous.
This is one of those rare cards where I feel like should not have been created in the first place, but I'm going to run it because it exists.
Yeah.
And I bought 2 of those precons, so I have 2 of them. Never found homes for them, but one of them is in this dumb foods deck.
I mean, that means I have one of those somewhere too, because I think I have a full set of those decks.
Okay.
You sold one to me.
Shit! From my personal or from the store?
Don't remember.
Okay.
I didn't buy it from... It was during COVID, so probably from you personally.
It would have been during the store,
All right.
because
I have
came
no
out
response
around the
to.
time of lockdown.
I have no response to that.
Okay.
Okay. So, Blasphemous Act does resolve. Okay, so that resolves.
That resolves.
Yep.
Exiled.
Conrad is exiled.
Exiled.
Yep.
Exiled.
Oh yes. Yep.
Thank you.
Now Blasphemous Act.
Well, then the Tainted Strike would
Well,
physically.
No, that
Oh, it's
that-
after
that-
this.
that
So
resolves.
that's in your graveyard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Blasphemous Act. 13 damage
Okay.
to everything.
Yep. I will do I want to do that? Yep. I'm going to respond to the Blasphemous Act.
Yep.
Sacrifice this for 3 black.
Okay.
I will cast Wail of the Nim to regenerate each creature I control. So it'll keep Obosh around.
Each creature you and me control?
No, each creature I control.
Each creature our totem controls.
I should have... What a fool. I was just going to say I should have tapped differently for Deadly Rollick, but I cast it for free.
Should have not tapped anything differently.
Alright.
This will
13
be-
damage to
This
everything.
will be tapped.
Okay.
Son of a biscuit.
You 3 go away. And Korvold will also go away.
also tap.
But...
Blasphemous Act isn't a permanent?
No. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 would cost me, you asshole.
Now, for destroying my hopes and dreams,
I exiled your hopes and dreams. Thank you.
There is a difference.
I will move to combat.
Are those alive?
Yes, those were regenerated. That's why they're tapped.
Got it.
Because I can't remember how, things dying at the same time, but I will never forget that tapped creatures, regenerated creatures tap for some reason. I will attack you guys for 10. Because the devil gets damaged by
Holy
Obosh.
shit. Well, I got nothing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Why don't you eat some food and save us?
I have all this food and no mouths. 10?
No,
10.
you just pay the activation costs.
Couple triggers. Exile 2 cards to... Ooh, the... Oh, he's got lots of red up. That's a dangerous game to play.
So much red up.
Go
Red Rocket.
God damn it.
And then, so I have until the end of turn to play those. I can exile the top 10 here. Or look at the top 10. Ooh.
Be a long, long time.
Red Rocket Man. You're Red Rocket Man.
It's not gonna be a long time. It's gonna be a short time.
Banned from all the libraries at home.
Sometimes I'm really, really happy that you and I have the same brain. Because you immediately went to Red Rocket Man. There's no hesitation. Red Rocket
Man.
I got it.
I got it. No, I know where this is going.
I will grab a... That'll be the card I grab from the top 10.
Okay. We just lose to his commander on our next turn, though, right?
Do we?
Not my commander. This
No. Korvold just kills us on his next turn, right?
12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You have how much? 10? 17?
Yeah.
That's not right. Is it?
No, it is.
Oh. Then
I
yes.
mean, in my defense, I did just try to win. Like, 'cause I didn't
No,
know
that's
what
fair.
to do.
That's fair. Depends on if I draw a not land. Because it was 10 before you hit us for 7.
I couldn't hit like a land in sort of Forge and Fire Frontier. Then I'd be fine. But yuck. Really thought I'd be able to play 2 lands out of there. Wasted. Pass turn.
Okay.
You should keep up a bounce spell or something, buddy.
Yeah, if I had, I have no cards in hand. I'm literally a draw go. Talisman of Progress. And then I'm going to recast Narset and say go teach.
Untap, upkeep, draw.
Deadly Rally for the win.
Yeah.
Land for turn. Firelit Thicket. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Because Narset doesn't
5,
fly,
6,
so
7,
yeah.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Leave command tower untapped. I don't think you die. Oh yeah, you
Yep.
We do.
Fucking math.
I've done
All right.
math. I've seen me do it.
I have not done math.
Okay.
Cast Korvold, attack for flying.
Chris, any responses? Because I have no cards in hand. And no flyers.
Nope, this removal spell costs 3 mana and I only have 2.
Teach wins.
Teach wins.
Hooray.
Korvold, Gluttonous Hoozits, Mr. Fatty Flyaway, ended the game tonight with a victory. Hooray! This was a deck that I built based on a silly joke from an old video podcast that we used to play called Beard Gamers. We had a game called Evolution where you build monsters. And one of the monsters that we built, Mr. Schnell dubbed Fatty Flyaway. So Korvold was released. Korvold was previewed during the new Eldraine set. Everyone was like, "Teach, new legendary dragon." And I was like, I don't like this one as much as I like old Korvold. I might pass on this one. But then someone, and I'm pretty sure it was Schnell, said Fatty Flyaway, and it triggered a thing in my brain. Was like, hey, Fatty Flyaway, foods, let's do food tokens. This will be a fun deck to build. I don't anticipate it being strong, but it's going to be fun to create. So I created it. I personally don't think it is a strong deck. However, there are a lot of really powerful synergies in the deck. The deck more or less is going to bank on a combo win with Witch's Oven and Cauldron's Familiar and just generating infinite ETBs and death triggers. I think there's a whatever that guy is, the one from Mirrodin, where it deals damage to somebody when an artifact dies or something. I don't remember what it's called because I suck at card names. But the idea is basically to infinitely get ETBs to create foods and then death triggers sacrificing foods. So it is, while not the most powerful deck that I'm sure Korvold, Gluttonous Hoozits can come up with, it is specifically a food deck in 2 out of the 3 strong food colors. So it was a fun challenge, and I think a fun deck to play. Not one of my strongest decks, but a really fun deck to play. I played it specifically tonight because there are only 3 of us, and I just wanted to see more cards. I wanted to see more interactions. I'm going to do the same thing for our next game, whatever. But this game, we saw Savvy Hunter, which creates a food whenever it attacks or blocks, and I can sacrifice 2 foods to draw a card. So the idea is to, clearly, get as many food tokens as I can, sacrifice them to draw cards. Paired with Eleanor Gardner, whenever at the beginning of my end step, if I sacrificed a food, I can search my library for a basic land card and put it on the battlefield. She's in there for the ramp, because I wanted to, I think I have 25, if I remember correctly, 25 effects that create foods or double the amount of foods that I have. And then if I have the mana to sacrifice them to gain 3 life, or other effects where I sacrifice food, or just an artifact in general, she's going to get me lands each turn. But that's part of the fragility of this deck, where I'm limited to, she's got a pretty cool effect, but I need a way to generate the foods, or I need a way to sacrifice them. And if I don't have those, she's not going to do anything. Which is a fun limitation as far as deck building goes, where she's really powerful when she's going to do her job, but if I don't have the support, she's not going to do anything. And then I also played out Guillaume Master Chef at some point tonight. 1 mana, sacrifice a food. Target creature gains indestructible until end of turn. That is giving me a sacrifice outlet for my food tokens. And because foods inherently sacrifice for 2 mana, this means, Guillaume, that I can sacrifice foods for half the cost. I can sacrifice twice as many foods for the same amount of mana, triggering things such as Eleanor, triggering things such as blanking. Sorry. Other effects that I have in the game where whenever I sacrifice food, I do something, or whenever I sacrifice an artifact, I do something. So this is the idea the deck is built around. Create a lot of foods, create a lot of ways to utilize the foods for mana or card draw or what have you, and then find some sort of end game combo. The game did not end by combo tonight. The game simply ended by having a really expensive commander that I could afford to pay and just bash in with commander damage. This is a totem game, so I did not have to take out 3 opponents with 21 damage each. I had to take out 1 totem for 21 damage each. So I only, basically, it was, in the end, like commander damage, it was almost like I was playing one-on-one. I hit my opponent for 21 commander damage, and the game ended. Which happens sometimes if you're going to play a 3-player game. You're going to run into that, especially if you're playing the totem format. Regardless, though, what this game showed me was food is difficult to play around as a ability, especially if you're not doing white. White has a lot of food support as well. So if you're going to build a 2 food color commander deck, I would suggest black-green. If you're going to do 3, I would suggest black-green-white. But because I am Tej, player of dragon commanders, I decided to do black-green-red. And red has little to no food support. So my red cards are all just there for the damage, some card draw, I assume, some artifact tutoring because I want a witch's oven, I want an academy manufacturer, there are things I want to tutor up, so red's just support, whereas my primary colors are black and green. Nevertheless, this is a fun deck to play. I know it's not strong, I know it can do very powerful things, but in and of itself, it's going to lose more often than it's going to win. Tonight we played against Schnell's Nekusar deck. It was Nekusar, right?
No.
It's not Nekusar.
Narset.
Narset. That's what I meant. Not Nekusar. I meant Narset. Again, bad at card names. But Narset. We had a Narset deck that was fun to see. He was doing a lot of prowessy things, and he was a threat at some point.
I pulled the Wauki deck out tonight, and I'm never unhappy to run this deck. I mentioned in the intro, I really enjoy having to work within the confines of deck building restrictions, and this one really came together, I feel. Even though this deck started out incredibly slow, I think it was turn 7 or 8, I was still sitting at 4 mana available. And was not doing anything. Once I did get some lands, it started to kind of sizzle, actually, and I felt like I was putting the pieces together in hand, and it very nearly pulled out a RKO type finish that nobody saw coming, save for 1 piece of removal from Tej, and not just removal, but exact type of removal he needed. I had a card in hand that we will get to. But I love this deck. I can't stop singing its praises. Schnell's new deck, once again, another step down that path of spell slinging. I love that for him. It's one of my personal favorites play styles. I'm actively trying to get away from that with some of my builds because every deck that I build, it seems to kind of circle back to that. And Korvold, that deck is just so synergistic. I know that Tej kind of feels it's a middling deck, but that deck had us on our heels all night. Big, hasty commander that draws you cards in the air is no laughing matter. My MVP for this game was this sword. It helped me ramp. It's what helped dig me out of my hole. It's what helped me force damage through. They had very little in the way of blocking options. Having this thing give you a little bit of card velocity and ramp, this sword was perfect for the game. This card right here, Tainted Strike, 1 mana instant, is what allowed me to try and combo out with Sir Conrad. And would have done it if not for that Meddling Deadly Rollick. But one card that I really want to focus on tonight, just because I feel like it's underplayed. It didn't do much this game other than saving some of my creatures, but Wail of the Nim I think is a fantastic card. It's an instant speed, 1 damage to everything, or you can regenerate your entire team, 3 mana. Instant speed, 1 damage to everything, regenerate your team, or you can just do both. If engineered correctly, this can be a one-sided board wipe in black. Those are hard to come by. I think it's a fantastic card. I think it's horribly underplayed, and I've been putting it in more and more of my black decks. I think you should too.
Narset, the Enlightened Exile or whatever it was a new deck that I wanted to put together in a spell slingery style that was just as aggressive as it could be. So not a lot of big fancy spells, just lots of stuff in the 2, 3, 4 mana drop range that just damage, a little bit of bounce, a little bit of card draw, and then the fact that everything gets prowess from Narset. I have almost every single card or creature card in there already has prowess printed on it, so I could get twice as many prowess triggers and just go wide, go big with a bunch of small creatures that I wasn't worried about having to cast as many spells, because with Narset's ability, I double up on everything and I can start taking stuff from opponents' graveyards, so I should be getting a base prowess trigger every single combat with it, and I was seeing that. So I have no MVPs because Narset was my MVP. It did what I wanted it to do. I just didn't see enough. I was drawing all the lands that I think Chris wanted to see early game, and it just I was spinning my wheels at the end of the game. Korvold has 3 keywords on it in addition to a bunch of fancy effects. Trample Flying Haste, even on a moderately large body, as I believe it's a printed 4/4, and the fact that it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, it fits perfectly as the food gluttonous style that it is. And as we were talking during the game, I think food is a very, very well supported archetype. It's not technically a mechanic, so I will say it's a good supported archetype. I thought that Chris had this game handily with that Tainted Strike, but Commander has gotten ridiculous with some of the free spells, and I'm glad we haven't seen as many recently, but they did enough in that cycle that all of them show up out of nowhere. And this is a game that, honestly, it's like a joust, it's like a fencing match, where you are going for the strike and trying to anticipate those strike backs. When you can't anticipate those answers and those responses, that's when things get really interesting. And honestly, overall, this game had a lot of just mechanically succinct interactions where we had to utilize the stack in order. Somebody maintained priority after casting their own spells. We resolved things correctly. We showed the complexity of the game, and it didn't feel bogged down. It was meticulous at times, but I think it was a good example of how intricate gameplay can be. Overall, I liked it. I hope you guys enjoyed that part as well. Please like and subscribe, and check out other stuff we put up. Also, a reminder for Schnell, don't edit Teach's thing, because it was weird, and he ended poorly, and there's no good splice points.
See, this is... Okay, let's cut this part from the... This is the part of the interview where I'm like, I fucking don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just saying buzzwords and whatnot. Anyway, we're going to bring it back in. Narset was... God, I hate myself. Why do you put me on camera? Schnell. I'm out of steam now. Fuck it. Chris. Nope, out of steam. I'm done. I can't do it. I don't even remember what Chris is playing at this point. Fuck.
Obash and Torwalkie.
Torwalkie. Torwalkie sounds like another thing. A Jabberwocky. Or Taika Waititi. I don't fucking know.